the film highlights one of them, issues of, as someone mentioned during the screening, mental health, because then it gets to the part where you're beginning to slightly experience that split between what you thought would be and what actually is happening, and missing your family and not being able to go home, and the pressure of work that you have to deal with at school, issues of identity, issues of dreams, either looking like they're crashing right in front of you or might actually not lift up at all. These are sometimes issues that we don't tend to discuss in our African communities, or yeah, yeah, if I can put it that way. So, as when you were doing this story, was that something you were particularly looking out for, or did they just happen? Because that's really what happens when you are thousands of miles away from home and trying to achieve a dream.
Yeah, I think so when I started the project, like before we ever shot anything and before I ever shot anything, I actually wrote out a proposal, just kind of to put down into words what I thought the film would be, what kinds of themes it was exploring. Obviously at before I shot, it was like 8 years of filming.
Mm.
And then, some of the stuff I filmed or some of my story in the film makes it 10 years, a 10-year time frame. But before I started filming, obviously I didn't know what was going to happen specifically. But having lived through that experience, having missed my family in different ways, actually, over the 10 years it took to film and then the 20 years that I've been in the US now, I think all of that informed. I felt like that was what I was going through and what some of my other friends had gone through and we had talked about, those were not necessarily unique
Mm.
to us, right? Those were things that were in some ways common. And so I felt like, yes, there's probably going to be, there was going to be the question of, am I getting estranged from home? How much is too much, right?